天再来实况，天国降临。昨天呢，我们拯救卡彭领主失败了，但我们已经知道一些相关的流程了，所以今天再挑战一次。我们要在12个钟响之前完成拯救卡彭领主。
Why wouldn't they when it's true? It would be bad, I tell you.
I don't know. Seems to me it's always the same. Bad.
Well, it will be even worse. Look, there's a rabble running rampant.
Come on now.
Well, I ain't so sure about that when I hear what you're saying.
Leave it alone, would you?
What was Lord Zemming's wedding like?
It was nice. Good food and drink. Lots of...
这个就是跟我们打架的那个。
Oi, Wojtek. Could you stop gabbing and come and help?
Can't you see I'm talking to someone?
I ain't seen you here. Are you new and all? Well, I'm Magda.
I'm Henry.
It's great to have some new lads here.
Oh, aye. Henry, how about you bugger off? I wouldn't want a repeat of our last disagreement.
Me neither. But all I care about is you giving me a hand. Those sacks won't carry themselves.
I'll just finish what I'm discussing with Magda and I'll be right with you.
Are you also helping Wojtek's uncle?
Sure. Me and Wojtek are helping his uncle.
帮他说
And
话。
I'm sure Wojtek's uncle would rather he stopped gabbing and gave me a hand.
I wouldn't want to keep you lads from your work. Take care then.
Thanks a lot. Are you on some kind of mission to ruin my fucking life?
You should thank me for not saying what you're really doing here. And now come and give me a hand.
That's just great.
就只知道搭讪别人。
Chamberlain Ulrich hasn't got it easy. He's got all sorts of worries. Sir Otto travels a lot, so he's got to do a lot of stuff on his behalf.
诶，他没有完成哦，他放下去没有完成哦。
Chain around his neck. Can you believe it? Someone bumped him off and didn't even rob him. That is strange.
Good day to you.
But I didn't speak with him.
Did he seem off to you?
All them bookworms seem off to me. Although it's true, he was looking a bit
That's that.
I wouldn't want to gossip, but it raised the hair on the back.
傍晚
I
忙不带
finished
了。
hauling the sacks. What now?
How should I know? They told me to think up some job.
Well, I'd say there's plenty of...
Aye, but I've only...
Well, I'm a blacksmith too. Even if I don't look the...
Oh, really?
Aye.
Then you might have... I'll tell you what. So fire... And there's only...
All right.
How many... Smart lad, but
One.
you'll find everything you need.
All right. But I was...
And now And when it's done... Lads!
打马蹄铁这边。
That miserable blacksmith. Where is he now?
这有东西可以拿。
That miserable blacksmith. Where is he now? That damn wretch.
够了吧？
Crucifix. Where's that blacksmith?
Grant that I Captain Thomas may recover. I beg you, let wounds he heal. With you take him to his work. Welcome him in as your heavenly king. Take him to your bosom.
Like always, he loiters around here all day, and when you need him, he vanishes like the wind.
Well,
Crucifix.
this one's
Where's
gonna need
that
some more
blacksmith?
work.
That damn wretch.
哦，仪式成功。第一响，钟声还没响，看来进度还可以哦。
That damn wretch.
我现在打铁可以有开锁器。
About that horseshoe.
Well, did you get it done?
Yeah. Here.
Well, what are you standing...
No.
You're a smart one, eh? Well, he's our groom, just between the two.
I can't wait. I brought you those horseshoes.
That took long enough. And you know who gets in the...
You?
Exact... Or I'd have to go back to what I was doing.
Do I get something for those horseshoes?
Hey, I've no time for...
What did you do before?
You're a bit inquisitive, ain't you?
Well, I get the feeling you're...
Let's just say...
Not quite. I'd also like to know...
But I'll tell you, it won't come cheap.
他之前当小偷的，
Isn't there maybe something I could do for you in exchange?
Well, since you're a very nice...
Who did you lose it?
Father Nicodemus...
Don't worry. I'll get it for you.
but with no trouble.
Naturally.
这谁？
How can I help you?
马具商。哦，这水很脏哎，会不会越洗越脏？
God be with you.
I was told to come and ask you for a job.
Nice timing.
No, blacksmithing is more my...
Ah, well, I got the job, but the whole... There's one brought out...
But that poacher is innocent.
An innocent poach...
By the way, would you happen to know how I can get up top in the Maiden?
Why, up the...
Yeah, but
Then don't go there.
I could help you with that.
You could.
Sure thing.
Ah.
怎么一响，钟声都还没有响啊？这是 bug 啊！
All done.
You won't lend me yours on any other day.
Go and see the priest.
Here it is.
Sharp as a skinning. Without your help, the scaffold could well collapse.
And isn't it all the same whether he hangs or gets crushed?
Certainly not. For one thing, it would be... And more importantly, I'd have to...
I think I can, actually.
Anyway,
Isn't he always?
yeah, but even more today.
Uh-huh. You don't mind building a scaffold?
No. A fella
不会
has
良
to
心
know
不
his...
安吗？
Would you happen to know how I can get into the Maiden?
And what would you want in there?
I want to pray in the...
The chapel, eh?
And did he succeed in getting in?
Aye, he did. And from there...
Oh,
Oh, aye.
what does that mean?
That the next...
Indeed. What was Binyek after in the castle?
A certain buck...
I'll be going.
Aye. God be with you.
.第一响了，
The first bell. Another 11 to go.
好，就抓紧时间了。匕首可以拿吗？都不能拿。嗯？关闭这个。
Although Gazer thinks that Mordant will eat the skin of us.
You talked to Gazer about it?
bought a lovely duvet.
先去拿那个什么药剂？药剂的话我还不能上去，要先跟那个谁说话。
Make sure those liverwursts are well roasted, so they're crisp on the outside and juicy on the inside.
I'm off now, aren't I? Someone else will
have to take care of something here first.
My stomach
What do you
turns.
expect me to find there anyway?
Easy! I surrender!
You can't say you weren't warned. You'll pay up and
Look,
What are you talking?
look, we're both men.
Where are you?
It's like this.
No.
我不知道那不能进去啊。
Well, this yacht at high noon, then all of a sudden, that girl made a... oh,
You're all right then. I'm sorry.
Make sure those liverwursts are well roasted, so they're crisp.
Sir,
You? Christ! First you call.
I noticed, sir, that...
How could a vagabond?
One vagabond isn't the same as another.
And what are you doing here?
I'm here to gain...
这边昨
Prague
天都看过了。
University, of course.
Oh,
Oh, I
我要去
understand.
拿
It's a difficult...
well,
药。
Anyway,
yes.
did you get advice from anyone?
Well, so I went.
Yes? What?
It's a little.
Master Chamberlain?
All right.
I would expect... so.
Well, that I should get when there's a.
Really?
No.
I understand. With your permission, I'll examine you, sir.
What? Here and now?
Don't worry, I'll just have a look at you. You don't have to...
I'm glad to. When it comes upon me, I.
Your eyes are...
No.
Do your hands shake?
Well, I'm not.
Tell me, sir, what do you usually eat?
Well,
So...
yes, and pates. Good.
I see. Tell me, Master Chamberlain, does it hurt all the time, or...
No, not all.
Uh-huh. And these are...
Well, it's worse when.
And does it get worse?
Yes, it's.
Sir, I'm afraid you have a stomach.
Good God.
The main thing is you have to eat boiled...
Gruel.
Yes,
What?
that's the way.
Can't you get me that potion right now?
I don't have the required remedy. I don't have the necessary equipment.
You're free to use the surgeon's apparatus in his study. It's upstairs in the crone. That's the second tower. Now we're under the Maiden. Do you know how to get there?
I think so. But I was told to stay only in the outer courtyard.
Trouble? I'm the one who has...
All right. I'll go and get something for you.
Good.
可以上去了。
Be so...
看一下在哪里。念珠、炼金桌拿肠胃药，好。OK。这边不能进去，吓到我，差点跑上去。
Oof, what did I do to deserve this? Oh! And don't
这里
forget to light the fire in the main hall. It's as cold there as a dungeon.
Hey, get your hands out of there! Here! I'd bash you in the face myself, but I'll leave that up to the experts.
I surrender!
Ah, easy. that damn.
我可以说服
I'm
吗？
very sorry.
What do you mean?
I was robbed here not too long ago.
Well, why didn't you just...
You think someone would just voluntarily show me their...
With your hand?
I'd easily recognize it by touch.
So, was it your purse or not?
It wasn't. I'll have to keep looking.
All right, you can go.
抱歉。
Excuse me.
第二响了，
The second toll for hands.
"别是看我啊！
Do you know where Captain Thomas is? I heard he was in a bad way.
It's true, son.
I'd like to pray with him.
A kind thought, but you...
Why can't I get there?
You know, the...
Like you, for instance.
Naturally.
I'll be going then.
Go.
It seems like you'd be...
Alea Yakta, so I'll be quite...
What did you do that no one wants to play with you? I hope you don't...
Certainly not. Although...
And isn't playing...
It's not as if we were...
I never understood what they wanted that robe for.
They sat on the robe, so...
Cold?
Yes, but...
Uh-huh. What did you do?
Certainly not.
And isn't playing...
It's not as if...
Romans?
Ah, that... Which, by the way...
Never mind then.
May the Lord...
If you're after some leftovers...
Guard?
Must you interrupt me at my prayers?
Sorry to bother you.
You know Thomas.
Well, that's a really long story, but...
Talk. What do you expect to hear from him? Thomas is lying in a fever. Them bastards cut him up good.
And the Maiden Tower, which one is that?
You're in Trotsky for the first time, eh? We call the second one the Crone. There's some legend.
What exactly is wrong with...
He was badly wounded, only a few...
I'll be going.
Thanks.
为什么上去还忘记喽？
Shit. The third toll. I better get moving.
You? What in God's name are you doing here?
I'm looking for something.
Well, look somewhere else.
Who are you, actually?
Me? I'm just...
最好是
And what were you doing at the...
I thought we straightened that out. I have no idea.
What's your name?
What's it to you?
I'm Henry.
Well, that's nice for you.
And you are?
I already told.
We both know you're lying.
Says someone who was just sitting in a jail cell and will...
You know I was locked up?
Right. I spent the whole day...
That's exactly what I think.
Well, think again.
I need help.
Who doesn't?
I really don't know.
Apart from the fact that
Well, we're in the surgeon's chambers.
I suppose.
Because we're birds of a feather.
How do you mean?
Well, let's just say...
Oh, really?
Really? Didn't you...
What? How did you...
How?
That was pretty good, I have to admit.
As you wish.
All right. There's all sorts of junk there, but...
And what if they're...
Then tough luck. That crack.
All right.
And now get out of my...
眼睛是他要健胃药剂吧？不够哎，先帮汤马士做他的药剂好了。记得是退烧药剂吧？怎么有退烧药剂吗？这。有了，退烧药剂。 健胃药剂等一下再拿。哪里啊？止痛药、退烧药，好。准备葡萄酒3把小白菊，2把姜跟2把姜跟1个接骨木。葡萄酒，3把小白菊。
The fourth bell.
第4声了。1、2、3，煮沸2次，接骨木捣碎，加入锅中，再加入姜，蒸6。1次。2次。跑起来，2个姜，1个，2个，然后蒸6。OK， 然后要帮拿肠胃药，肠胃药在哪？在楼下。K 是 K 在楼上，这一层。还在楼上。止痛药。哪里有？哪里有健胃药？我做不了啊。木炭不够，木炭。 盐巴。消食。购木炭呢？绷带。不可能吧？
The bell's ringing for Hans the 5th time.
我记得哪里？我记得我有拿到啊。好像是在神父的那一间。
Scrub you're after, you'll have to wait. I've been here for ages. You'll have to go on duty too.
是在这一间啊，我忘记了。
On your way!
找到了，找到了。
The 6th bell. Half the time is up.
第6声了。
Sir, about those health problems.
Yes?
I have exactly what you need, sir. Sir, I'd recommend that you take this digest. Take it after every meal.
All right. Thanks.
And now you ought to...
Lie down?
Sir, medicine is...
Oh,
And another thing.
yes. What is it?
I've always wanted to take a look at your...
Oh, go away, you...
Thank you.
我可以上去了，可以上去了。他发现他的东西不见了，我快跑！是这吗？那一栋。别拿，别拿！要成功，要成功了！
Quick.
Pardon me for disturbing you, miss.
If you want to pray, go somewhere else. The chapel is closed. Unless you're a priest. Which I...
No, I'm not. My name...
I'm Adela. Thomas's...
I need to talk to your brother.
No chance of that. Unless he returns soon...
I heard that your brother is lying in a fever, so I brought something for him that might help.
Really?
God moves in mysterious ways. We ought to...
Yes, of course. His fever is getting worse. If this doesn't work... I don't think he'll last long.
可以的，会成功的。不可能吧？我才6响而已，这才第7响。 感觉应该是成功了啦，因为我刚才6响而已。
I urge you all to be vigilant. These days we have all sorts of vagabonds, drifters, outlaws and bandits roaming the country. And we have one of those vermin here today. A fella called Hans, who is clearly not right in the head. A dangerous madman, a brawler, and a thug, and worst of all, a poacher. And so, for the damages he caused to our dear Lord Otto von Berghoff, he is sentenced to be hanged by the neck until dead!
Stop! You can't execute this man. He's a noble. Captain Thomas here will testify that we're messengers from Ratoi.
What is this nonsense, for Christ's sake?
It's true. I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein.
Deal with it, for God's sake!
But, sir, the captain...
Captain Thomas has a fever. He's clearly delirious. Seize them immediately.
You can't do this! I am a nobleman, do you hear? A noble! Get your hands off me! You can't do this!
Open the gates!
来了，救兵来了。
My lord.
What the hell is going on?
It was just a... It's a hanging.
You can't hang him. He's a noble.
That's for me to judge. Take him down! And for Christ's sake,
他受伤了。
of this horse!
领主受伤了。总算救下来了。看卡彭以后还敢不敢？
You may enter. His lordship is expecting you.
So, you're messengers from Ratai, huh? I was wondering when someone would turn up. All right, then. Let's hear it.
My respects, Sir Otto. I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein, and this is Henry of Skalitz, my escort.
Ah, welcome to Trotsky, gentlemen. I'd greet you standing up as befits, but I'm glad I can even sit at the moment.
I heard you were ambushed by outlaws.
You heard right. Those bastards did a job on me. And I got out luckier than most. Almost all the others were killed. including my page and my surgeon. So there is no one here to heal me, and I will have to inform poor Albert's father that his son died in my service.
I hope your health will soon be restored, sir.
We shall see. But now, you tell me what happened here in Herrgottsnamen. Why did my chamberlain try to hang you, Lord Capon?
In truth, the welcome we got from your Master Chamberlain was somewhat... how shall I put it?
Your Chamberlain's welcome was appropriate enough, considering our appearance, the situation in your domain, and your orders, sir.
Ah. I appreciate your diplomacy, young man. Master Chamberlain Ulrich can sometimes be more hasty and passionate than is healthy. And we are glad you hold no grudge against him. Are we not, Ulrich?
I regret what happened, gentlemen. Please accept my humblest apologies.
Anyway, let us leave this misunderstanding aside and get to the point. As far as I'm aware, Ratai showed no interest in negotiations before, either with me or with the League of Lords.
True. Our houses have thus far stood on opposite sides.
I should say so. Attacking Brno and Jihlava together with that renegade Sokol of Lemberg hardly inspired our sympathy.
Well, we can all point the finger. Your League of Lords, on the other hand, abducted the king. Although I don't doubt your reasons, just as Sir Hanush did.
We certainly had. The main one being that your Wenzel is an irresponsible drunkard and idler who is hurting the Empire by his inactivity. But let us leave that aside. Tell me, what does Sir Hanush have on his mind? I am all ears.
Unfortunately, during the ambush, we lost the letter we were carrying, so you'll have to make do with my word of mouth.
All right. Go ahead and speak.
In brief, Sir Hanush, Sir Radzig, and other lords take the view that the situation has got out of control. And that's of no benefit to anyone in Bohemia, neither Wenceslas's supporters or the League of Lords. King Sigismund's actions will not lead to instilling greater order than under King Wenceslas. Quite the contrary.
Let us say that maybe. What arises from it?
Sir Hanush and the other lords on our side are interested in knowing what the stance of the League of Lords is at this moment, and whether they haven't perhaps reevaluated some things.
In other words, whether I might betray Sigismund.
叫他跟我们同盟，说是背弃，就有些严重。
Betray is a strong word. We came to you, Sir Otto, because you're the leading voice of the League of Lords. I expect there are also lords among your ranks who are considering how to find a way out of this sticky situation. And for the Kingdom of Bohemia, it would certainly be better if our powers were to join, rather than parting.
Your companion speaks like a diplomat, Sir Hans. However, the question is whether it's possible to join fire with water and end up with anything but nasty smoke. Nonetheless, Sir Hanush and Sir Radzig are right. There is disorder and anarchy in the land. Bandits riding roughshod all over. As we all know, to our cost.
We've had plenty of experience of that at home too, sir. Only a short time ago we had to deal with a similar band.
Then you will surely understand that before I begin debating who would be the better king, I must sweep my own doorstep. Only I'm damned if I know how to do that, since those bastards have wiped out half of my garrison, including my captain.
If I may be so bold, sir, you're not the only one. We also have a score to settle with them, so Henry and I will gladly help you.
Is that so? Now that is what I call the words of a knight, Sir Hans.
Right now, we've got a common enemy. So we have common interests, too.
So then, sir, may we be of assistance to you?
Indeed, you may. Perhaps in the end we may really
谈
find
成了，
some
谈成了，
common
就帮他们
ground.
剿匪啊！
I need to muster sufficient reserves to deal with those outlaws once and for all. I'm summoning my vassals here to Trotsky. And since I don't have many men left to send as messengers, I will gladly accept your help.
Just say the word, sir. Where should we go?
You'll go to Nebakov, a small castle.
我先让当他们的
or rather
使
fortress
者啊！
among the cliffs. The yeoman there, Jaromir Nebak, is an old hardhat and may not be very willing to fulfill his obligations. It would be useful if an eloquent noble like yourself visited him to explain him clearly why I need his whole garrison.
那位纳伯科大人是什
Who
么
is
人？
this Lord Nebak?
The lord of a smaller house with not much in the way of estates, just a fortress and lands, but he also owns a mill that provides a significant part of his income. His children are grown up. His daughter married well, thanks to Sir Otto. His son is away from the domain, dealing with duties. Sir Otto helped him to acquire an official position. In short, the House of Nebak is more than beholden to Sir Otto for his magnanimous help and support.
Thank you, Ulrich. Nevertheless, I suspect Jaromir will not be keen to charge into battle. But that is of little consequence. He has a few good men who will be useful. That will do us. If he delivers, I will regard his obligation as fulfilled.
Is that all, sir?
It's no simple task. Knowing Jaromir, if I sent a common messenger, he'd come back with a boot print on his backside. Dealing with the lower nobility can be tricky. They tend to be fixated on their own somewhat fragile status.
What should we do if he's unwilling to heed what we say?
His house has always been loyal to mine. And it has always been more than worth their while. So tell him that I would like it to remain so. I do not expect any great obstacles, but it would be wise to show Sir Jaromir respect by sending him someone of status. He will take his time over being persuaded, and then concur, as he always has done.
I'll get to him somehow, sir.
I expect nothing less from you.
Is the route safe?
As I said, the fortress is in the wilderness amongst the cliffs. There are many places where outlaws may be hiding, so watch out.
Don't worry, sir.
是要到第二
I
站
have
了。
Henry here by my side for such situations.
We'll take care of it, sir. Count on us.
All right. We'll head out as soon as possible. Let's not delay our diplomatic mission unnecessarily.
Very well. I think that is all for now. The Chamberlain will show you where you can put your heads down, and he will supply you with horses. And once we have resolved this little digression, we shall talk about your own mission.
先解决他们的问
Thank
题，
you,
才能解
sir.
决自己的问题啊！
May I ask something, Sir Otto?
Oh. Ask away, young man.
When you were ambushed, did you see those bandits? Would you recognize any of
是
them?
否是他的仇人
Henry, don't start with that again.
Why do you ask?
The thing is, when we were ambushed, I believe I saw among them one of the men we ran up against at home.
Oh. What did he look like? Do you know his name?
He's called Istvan Toth, a Hungarian noble. He wears black armor, a stocky fella, around 40.
I've already told you that's nonsense. How would he be here? You only saw him from a distance, from behind. You're imagining it.
And why does this Toth interest you, young man?
He was the leader of a band that made trouble for us in Sasau. And he has something that belongs to me.
Ah, interesting. Interesting. But I must disappoint you. I saw no one of that description.
Thank you, sir. I'm sorry. I had to ask.
I understand. And now I shall entrust you to the care of Uri here. And I shall look forward to the good tidings you bring me from Nebakov. Go with God, gentlemen.
Thank you for everything, sir. The Lord be with
所以
you.
他没有参加
There will
婚
be
礼的原
time
因，就
enough
是因
yet
为
for social
他
niceties.
遇到强
Now
盗
there
袭
are more
击啊。
practical matters to deal with. Sir Otto has generously agreed to accommodate Lord Capon in one of his chambers. And you, Henry, shall also be accommodated, as befits your station.
所以我
There
就
your
住到吓人的房间。
equipment shall also be returned to you, and you'll find your horse in the stable. Nevertheless, his lordship takes the view that, as a noble's escort, you should have a befitting mount, and therefore he has kindly decided that you may take one of our horses, if you so wish. Gentlemen, follow me.
Bombogo.
Allow me to... Hold on, Sir Ulrich. If you think everything is settled between us, and we're going to act like nothing happened, then you're mistaken.
Sir?
You were going to have me executed a short while ago. I expect a proper apology.
Then please accept my apology once more, sir. But given the circumstances...
Given the circumstance? What circumstances?
Sir, poaching is a capital offence.
And are you the king? That you can hand down death sentences? No, you are not. What's more, you had plenty of reasons to realize it wasn't a good idea.
Sir, I could not have realized that.
You couldn't have realized? Yes, you could, but then you wouldn't have been able to play the Lord and stage private executions.
Sir, once more, I apologize.
正常啦，
And
而且
now,
差点
please
死
allow
掉。
me to show you to your quarters.
I wouldn't dream of inconveniencing you. I'll find my quarters by myself. Henry, once you're done with that annoying fool, get your horse and we'll meet at the gate.
Well, it seems Lord Capon will not be requiring my services anymore today.
Please excuse him. He's been through a lot, as I'm sure you understand.
It is understandable, of course. I was just hoping that our relationship would be a bit warmer after that, regrettable misunderstanding. Nevertheless, welcome to Trotsky, the finest and biggest castle you shall ever see. Rumor has it that the castle was built on the jaws of hell, and that we're sometimes plagued by demons here. But don't believe a word of it. It's just idle talk to excuse the servants' laziness and incompetence. It's demanding enough keeping everything here running smoothly without any of that. It requires a man of exceptional qualities and talents. By the way, this place is a maze for strangers. It's very easy to get lost.
Christ, pardon me.
跟着总管走。哦逼！好，先跟着他走，找到我们的房间。
Excuse me. The jail cells are down there. But I believe you are already fairly well acquainted with that part of the castle, aren't you?
All too well, thanks.
笨笨，不要在这。
Good doggy.
看我住这啊
Good boy.
太笨了吧！
Here it is. You'll find a bed inside, opposite the door, and a chest where we put your belongings. You'll find some new clothing there, a little gift from our gracious lord, to ensure you're not mistaken for a beggar again. Once you're settled in and properly dressed, stop by the stables. They're beyond the gate, down the path. Ask for Kabat. He was supposed to prepare a horse and tack for you. Or tell him you keep your own if you insist. Then he'll give you proper tack at least, so you don't disgrace us.
真是谢了。
Thanks. I'm grateful.
As you should be. So, you and I are finished, and I can finally attend to some proper work, so this castle doesn't fall on our heads.
So, Master Chamberlain, are you feeling better?
I don't want to hex it, but I'm a lot better. I even managed to finally lie down and close my eyes for a while.
That's good. It's a sign that your humors are back in balance. But you have to keep taking the medicine, otherwise you risk another collapse.
I'll be careful, thank you. And here's a small token of my gratitude.
While exploring the region, I came across several graves of your men.
Ah, yes. Captain Thomas and his men were not the only ones not to return. At least we know what happened to them. Here. Something for your trouble.
Is there any work around the castle I can help with?
Well, there's the issue with the demons.
Demons?
Quiet! I don't want to cause a panic. But yes, unfortunately. Once again, devils are wreaking havoc at Trotsky.
这部游戏好像是根据历史
Do you know any other kind?
改编的，所以不
I'm
会有
preoccupied with
这些
tasks from
怪
Lord
怪
von
怪的。
Berghoff at the moment, so I don't have time to deal with it. But I suppose you could do it? You and that friend of yours have a lot to make up for.
You want me to get involved with hell itself? At least tell me
所
more
以那
about
些
it.
什么妖魔
Ah,
鬼
you
怪
know
都
the
是
times we're living in.
中世纪的
War,
迷信。
bandits. The devil took advantage of the chaos and sent his hellspawn here. The castle is built upon an ancient, though fortunately extinguished, fiery moor. It's no wonder it's so close to hell. The spawn of hell shows up here from time to time, and I want you to improve your standing with me and help me out.
How many do you think there are?
A lot. Certainly more than there are sinners in the region. Expect at least 10 beasts for every soul.
That's some army. And I've never seen a real demon before. So what needs to be done?
Our cooks, Manietta and Berto, were complaining about the creatures running around their kitchens. Ossina, the castle blacksmith, was also blabbering
老鼠吧。
something of the sort as well. The good news is it's only 3 people, for now. We have to act quickly to prevent the panic from spreading any further.
What did you do about it in the past? I reckon this isn't the first time you've had to deal with it.
We usually cleansed the infested places with the help of a priest or an apothecary. Except for that one year when Sir Otto himself faced Lucifer in the Maiden Tower.
Lord von Berghoff has my admiration then. How long did they fight? And what kind of armor was Lucifer wearing? Did Lord von Berghoff sustain any injuries?
In any case, you'll have to ask Manietta and Berta, or the blacksmith perhaps, where the demons are coming from. And then simply make sure to get rid of them for good. You understand? I'm sure both the scribe Erazim and Father Nicodemus will have something to say about it as well. The question is if you're up to it, or if I should call in someone braver.
I'm ready to scour the castle and try to chase those monsters away. Could you arrange for me to be able to go wherever I want in the castle, without anyone chasing me out?
Very well. You can move freely about the castle while completing this task, but don't stay any longer than necessary in otherwise forbidden areas. I'll let the guards and servants know discreetly. If anyone asks, tell them you have my permission.
You said something about a priest and an apothecary. Should I pay them a visit?
We've always used either holy water or magic water from the apothecary to get rid of those hellish creatures. Which one would you prefer?
魔法水、圣水、魔法水有什么差？
I'll try the water from the apothecary.
He supposedly went all the way to the Takov waterfall to collect it during the full moon. I believe you can do it. Should the demons attack you, just run away. But don't make too much of a ruckus, or you cause a panic. God be with you.
好，这就是我们的房间了。我们今天也终于把卡彭领主救回来了。仆人的兜帽，他最好是叫我穿仆人的兜帽。现在，好，我看一下，我把我们的装备都装回去。兜帽，仆人的兜帽，我看一下，1212。腿部还少一个。魅力加12加18，27，20了，魅力20。马銮。我把骰子都拿到身上，不然每次突然间要用不到。
Silly doggy.
军服是送的，古装衣，军用剑，是吧？锁子甲，负重了。这我房间，我还偷窃啊！ 过不去。好，把一些偷窃的东西放回去。今天就先玩到这了。